You know what we should have done is had a very serious episode while we wear these.
Well,
Serious
there's
topic.
still time. We haven't started.
True.
But
Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Okay. Anyway, you're like really close to the jack-o'-lantern.
just reach. I can't see it, but I can
Oh.
feel it. Like Gil said, it's a little dusty on there.
Yeah, but and like I said, we are a little dusty too.
Yeah, true.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to my mother's diaries. We're here. We did it. And our glasses came in time. You know,
In the nick of time.
Originally, we were going to do sheet ghosts. However, I did see someone pop up on my For You page, and it was two women, and they did sheet ghosts.
Yeah, they read our minds.
So, honestly, this is better,
Yeah.
in my opinion, for us.
This is better.
This just makes sense for us. I think it really shows what we look like on the inside, now on the outside.
Right.
You.
Googly eyes.
That's who you are on the
This is who
inside.
I am on the inside.
And I'm this. Wait, I also just
You're
realized
Groucho.
I just realized that this is
Groucho.
Mark's.
Yeah.
Okay. I just I was like Groucho the careful with your microphone in the eyes. That's going to get crazy. Anyways, I forgot that this is an
These
also
things are
like a lot
drooping
of
like every other part of me.
a lot of you are just listening to this and not seeing this. So maybe we should explain what's happening. So,
I have on googly eyes, and they're very precariously placed and moving around, making me a little dizzy. I'm going to have vertigo by the end of this.
she has to wear them on top of her regular glasses, so she will be taking them on and off. Or
Yeah.
I think she looks cute when she puts them on her head because she looks like a little bug.
This would be an example of what kind of a Halloween costume I would do, though, because I was never into Halloween.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that you don't like Halloween.
Yeah, I never was into it. I mean, as a kid, I wouldn't have minded the candy.
I think this actually makes sense now that I look back on my childhood because you put me in the same princess outfit for about 6 years in a row. And Ryan was just some sort of like weird monster. Like a non-specific.
So
I was a non-specific
I
princess
was having
and you and Ryan was a non-specific monster.
yeah, that kind of sums it up.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
My friend, her dad used to own like a photo printing business, like on mugs and T-shirts and stuff. And when I went to visit her house in Montreal, shout out Zoe, she gave me a T-shirt that I still have of her dressed as Charlie Chaplin, and she told me that I have to fact check this with her, but I think she was Charlie Chaplin for 7 years in a row. When she was a little kid, she was obsessed with Charlie Chaplin. And now I have I think it's like a 5XL T-shirt of her dressed as Charlie Chaplin. Somewhere in my stash. Not this one. Not the stash. Why are you not giving me anything for that joke? Somewhere in my stash.
That's because I can't see. I didn't see a point to it.
This is going to be quite the episode.
I want to hear your story about going to a Halloween party that was really, really weird.
So, well, there are layers to this.
Yeah, there's layers, so be careful which layers you unpeel.
You think you can hear those? I mean, just the audio portion. They're dangling on little springs off of her eyes. Also, I have a big nose and a mustache.
And a big head.
Okay.
Swelled head.
That's not part of the costume. So, I was in college, and I worked at a restaurant in Boston for quite a few years, and a coworker of mine was hosting a Halloween party, and if I had a diary entry from this party, I'm sure it would have sounded similar, except I would have been not like pining over boys at this party.
No.
Okay.
You weren't a piner.
No, it wasn't a pine. I actually was living with my boyfriend at the time.
Oh. Well, that's a good thing you weren't a pilot.
Yeah, imagine. That came later. So we end up going. Actually, my boyfriend at the time came with me to this party, and we end up going. We're not dressed similarly at all. We don't have a couple's costume, but I know that I was dressed like a leopard cat mix,
A leopard cat?
or like.
Is that like how you say that?
I mean, leopard. A cat. I don't know.
Maybe it is.
But yeah, so I had like little space buns in, and I think that's what I was. So we get there, and it turns out that this coworker of mine lives above an abandoned mortuary, which I can't
Like
tell.
full time?
I cannot tell you how on brand this is for this person. Like, it just made sense. And that made sense for the Halloween party. It was exciting that we were in like a very spooky space. So at some point during the party, he turns to me and says, "Do you want to go look downstairs where said mortuary is?" And in my head, well, first of all, I immediately said, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I want to go see the mortuary downstairs.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't anticipate that everything was just kind of abandoned there. Like, all the equipment and all of the chemicals and all of the, like, there's, like, embalming powder. And it's just, like, kind of everywhere. And there's, like, the tables that they lay the bodies out on.
Come on.
And, I definitely took a couple pictures in there, but it would be nearly impossible for me to find these images because it was like an old phone.
That's
on a
because a
different
ghost
limb.
had stolen them.
Yeah. And so, anyways, yeah, he like kind of this coworker. I feel like I need to like explain this coworker a little more. Like, at a certain point during my work shifts, he sent me a picture of himself giving the middle finger. Just like he texted me a picture of himself giving me the middle finger. And I was working upstairs, he was working downstairs. It's a multi-level restaurant. And I was like, what the hell? So I sent a picture of myself giving him the middle finger.
Nice.
And then it escalated to where he got his table he was serving in this nice restaurant to all give me the middle finger.
No way.
And then he went down the street in Harvard Square, and this there was a man that lived around there, and every time I walked by this man in Harvard Square, he would say, "You've got evil eyes," to me. And I'm like, I'm openly terrified of this man who would tell me I had evil eyes, and I obviously took that to heart because then I tried so hard to not have evil eyes.
And how do you do that?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
So he leaves his shift, walks down the street, finds that man.
No.
And has him give me the middle finger in a picture. Anyways, we go to the mortuary. It is terrifying. It is weird down there. At a certain point, we're in a group picture and we're all prom posing. Because I thought it would be funny.
I like all this foreshadowing. Shadowing.
Shadowing. Is that a ghost joke?
That was a stupid joke.
Oh, I didn't get it. So
Halloween, shadows.
That's a reach.
Go ahead.
So we prom posed in these pictures. They're posted on Facebook as we did back then in big group albums with whatever. So fast forward about 5 or 6 years, I go on Facebook, and at that time I like stopped really looking at Facebook. Like now I don't ever, just to look at Marketplace or whatever, but I see I'm not even tagged in this. It comes up on my feed. A cropped picture of me and this coworker prom posing, like cropped out everyone, including my boyfriend at the time, and it's just a little sliver of us. Also, a mutual friend of one of my best friends and I randomly showed up with a birthday gift for my best friend, and it was a painting of me from that party.
What? Wait, what? Who painted it?
Your Google. This audio is gonna be crazy. So a friend of ours painted me as a surprise for our other friend. I'm not using names, but it's so good. And this friend actually, we don't.
What, you mean you look really good in the picture?
No, the painting is really well done. It like looks like me, which I feel like it's hard to do to paint someone. Which, you know what? I have something to take up with my grandmother because she started painting all the grandchildren. She did not paint me.
She didn't get to you.
Anyways, do you think she painted her
I
favorites
don't
first?
think you're going to be able to take it up with your grandmother.
Why?
Because
Maybe she'll come
not-
back for this episode,
she's
though.
not
Because it's
among the living.
it's amongst.
Touche! It may be amongst.
My, how the tables have turned.
Yes.
Anyways, there you have it. There's my little Halloween story. My little Halloween tale.
Wow. I'm kind of gobsmacked. by the
It's
last
like it's
part.
almost like your eyes are popping out of your head. You can't even believe it.
Like, I don't understand. No, never mind. I'm not going to ask questions.
Why not? This is the whole point of our
How big was the mortuary? Like when you
Big.
went into this room, and how long had it been since it had functioned as a mortuary?
That's a great question, but it felt, I don't know the answer to it, but if I'm like putting myself back there, the feeling is 10 to 20 years abandoned. Or mortuaries just like innately feel old because there's so much weird energy.
Yeah.
And like the stuff but it
Just
was like,
if somebody told me it was called a mortuary, I wouldn't be going down there.
oh, I was
Just
going.
enough.
I was going.
Was it creepier than the basement in our house in Surrey?
No. That basement terrified me.
Ugh.
That basement didn't have a floor.
No, it didn't.
I'm surprised you didn't murder or
Your dad?
anyone.
I'm out of it.
Anyone. You'd be such a bad serial killer.
Yeah, discretion is not my strong point.
No, also DNA left
Or-
everywhere from that hair.
Oh, I thought you said DMA, and I was like, what's DMA?
Don't mind. A-hole.
No. No.
I need to
No.
hold on, you talk for a while because
Okay.
I need to
Well, have we written the story dead? Are we on to another one?
Yeah, just realized I have a Christmas
Oh yeah, you have the
mug.
That's the mug I gave Gil for Christmas last year.
What?
That was his only Christmas present.
Okay, if you're listening, this mug says this is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching mug.
Yeah.
You guys, do you watch Hallmark Christmas movies together?
Yeah. It's a thing.
You know, I was just talking to someone about how I desperately want to be in a Hallmark movie, Hallmark actress.
Really? Well, I think this
my coworker
I
Sarah.
think this platform will get us there.
Yeah, if you're listening, Lifetime or Hallmark. Ooh, Lifetime. I think you could write we should write a Lifetime movie.
We could write we started writing a movie.
Yeah, we have started, but I guess I had bigger dreams of like HBO or Netflix, but I'll take Lifetime.
If you're trying to pitch to Lifetime right now, that probably wasn't a good line.
They know
I guess
it.
I had
They
bigger
know.
dreams.
It's like no offense,
But
but
the thing is, nowadays we can produce our own movie.
I know we could do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think we should. We have so many dreams, you guys. I think, this year got a little derailed for many personal reasons.
Right.
So we weren't able to, I think, accomplish as much as I was hoping, but I think maybe this winter we'll be able to hunker down and get stuff done.
Did you notice I have a heart monitor?
she's
hunkering down, all right.
She's tracking her
Whoops, I dropped.
your phone, maybe?
Oh.
Do you need it? Do you need me to get it?
I can get it. Gotta press the heart monitor for that strain.
Oh, careful of this. My Nana made this. Apparently. I think maybe my mom lied about that.
No, I'm pretty sure Nana made that.
And by Nana made this, she just probably painted it and put it in an oven.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
I will be taking this.
Good. All right. I thought you said I was going to get to talk. So, in thinking about Halloween, as we alluded to at the beginning, I was never really into Halloween, and here's why. Which is just terrible to admit. It's kind of. But it just wore me out. And Halloween at school, I'm a teacher, or I was. Well, I guess I still am.
How?
Halloween. What do you mean how? I'm teaching you all the time. Halloween was a crazy time in school.
Oh, I didn't even think of the school part.
Yeah, it was always crazy and like, oh God.
You are such a little Grinch. You're a Halloween Grinch.
So
who's the Halloween Grinch? Yeah.
So for me, Halloween was like I got to deal with these wired up kids on candy. And also, in my early teaching years, we had one required unit that we had to do as language arts teachers, which this strikes me so funny when I think about it now. So this is back in the 70s, late 70s. And our one required unit that we had to do was a monster unit. It was called the monster unit. And so all the teachers in the school
You do the math?
had to develop. Oh, we might have played. Knowing me, we came up with the mash. But we had to. They had to write a story that was scary.
Yeah.
They had to do a drawing, and the topper was. They had to write their own epitaphs.
Okay, what's that?
Okay, here we go.
I may look smart and handsome, but I'm not.
Here lies John Smith. He died while traveling across the ocean.
Okay.
It's the saying.
Why are we bringing John Smith into this?
I'm giving you an example of an epitaph.
Okay.
So,
I always read that as epitome.
that's the epitome.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. God, I'm glad we got that over with early.
So, the idea.
Maybe you are a teacher after all.
The idea that we were required to do like these freaky stories, which they weren't too freaky back then, I gotta say. That was back in the 70s. A lot of freaky things in the 70s, but I mean, I wasn't worried about
There
kids
were a lot
writing.
of murders in the 70s.
Yeah, but kids weren't. But in terms of the writing assignments, I wasn't like telling them not to put blood and guts in it, really, because they didn't do it like kids did in later years.
Yeah.
You know, from their influence with both literature and social media and whatever.
I'm having a hard time listening.
You think the audience is? Should I take these off now?
I like them.
Okay.
I think you got innovative with putting them behind your glasses.
I think I'm going to wear them all the time.
Yeah, I think you should.
This would be something I would have done as a teacher for Halloween.
They would have loved it.
Yeah. Anyway. So we had this monster unit that we had to do, like it was a requirement. It just always strikes me so funny.
That was your one
And
requirement?
so I don't know if writing the epitaphs was my bright idea
Yeah.
or if it was part of the requirements of the monster
Oh,
unit.
got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so I had a kid that wrote an epitaph. I don't know how to explain this. I'll just tell you as much as I can think to tell you. The kid happened to live right across the street from me in an apartment, and that was kind of weird. But so he writes this epitaph. Here lies John Smith,
Yeah.
and it like had 3 lines in it, and it was handwritten. So what the kids would do would draw a tombstone, and then they would put the here lies.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes when teachers grade papers, they go really, really fast, and zip through. Like this wasn't like some big assignment. I probably spent 2 seconds looking at it, and I wrote an A on the back.
Wait, that actually is really annoying.
I know. I know. I know exactly how you're feeling because I used to
Like,
get mad at my own mother when she'd be grading papers and wouldn't spend time on them.
yeah. And you know what? I got pissed about that too when I was little watching you grade papers. That's called generational trauma.
Could I say that generally I did pay close attention to what I was
Generally.
correcting, but
Yeah.
sometimes. And plus I was like a first or second year teacher during
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And so I put an A on it and passed it back to him. And I don't know if I looked at it again before I passed it in, but he had written something that was totally inappropriate. Here lies John Smith, and then it had to do with things I can't even talk about. And I had just graded it with an A and never noticed until I did notice because I still have that
Oh my
epitaph.
god, will you tell me off
I'll tell you off the record
Okay.
later because I just can't. But it was like my friend that I taught with for many years is like always laughs. She remembers the whole thing. She
Yeah.
always laughs when she thinks about how I gave a kid an A on a paper with an obscenity on it that I didn't notice on an
Wait.
epitaph.
I do feel as though this is why I wouldn't be a teacher, because that would make me laugh. They might get an A. On purpose.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But yeah.
Wow. Wait, can I ask, are we allowed to talk about... I thought of a Halloween thing for you
Uh-oh.
from a couple years ago where you were standing somewhere and you heard a little squeak across the street. Or like a hello. And you got a little nervous. You're not remember. Hold on. I'm putting the mic down so I can whisper to her. Wait, put your mic down.
What? Yes, we can kind of talk about that.
I think
But
that
I'll change a few of the details.
yeah. I think that is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
So about a year ago, I was somewhere. I'm changing the details quite drastically.
Yeah, but that's okay. You'll get the
I was
gist.
somewhere in Maine, and I walked over to my vehicle and opened the trunk, and I heard, as I was walking over, I heard this kid. I can't remember what the noise was he was saying, or was he saying, do you remember when I told you the story?
Yeah, I think you just said like hello or like
Yeah, this kid was going, hello, hello, hello. Kid I did not know.
or
had-
was he laughing?
Yeah, it was
Or like something
he was-
sinister. Like
and-
a hello can be sinister when
But
you don't know where it's
he
coming
kept-
from.
So I turned around to see where the noise was coming from. And this kid was about 7, 8, maybe. Probably 7. And he's popping up and down in the ditch. Hello, 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 hello. I've never seen him.
No one else around, by the way. Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, middle of nowhere. Plus, there was a slight incline. I had to walk up with my cane, and I'm not good on inclines, but I had to investigate.
Yeah, she would die first in a horror film. Apparently, I would too, because I immediately had to investigate the mortuary. I almost got it bombed.
I had to investigate. So I walk up, and you're going to have to fill in any details I've forgotten.
Okay.
I don't remember if he had a costume.
He was wearing a costume.
He was wearing a costume.
He was wearing a mask.
He was wearing a mask, okay, and he had a, what do you call those swords?
A sword?
He was wearing a mask, and he had, I think it was one of those that go buzz.
Oh, like a lightsaber?
I think it was like a lightsaber. Now, I could be making this part up. Anyway, to get to the point, sorry. This kid is bouncing up and down. I've never met him before. He's going,
wait,
hello.
picture him disappearing in the ditch and then popping back up.
While this old lady
with
is
a clown,
like
evil clown mask on and a lightsaber.
And so I'm like, I hear you.
Okay.
What are you doing? And he's like popping back up. Like I said, I'd never seen him before. And I said, is that your costume for Halloween? And he said, yes. And I said, well, what are you? And he said, a clown killer.
Which I then replied to you, telling you a story that you are so lucky you were not killed. You're the biggest clown I know.
Yeah. So this kid, did I get the story basically
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I told you? Yeah. So he was
picture no parents around.
No parents. I've never met the parents.
Middle of nowhere. A little voice like, hello.
He had his Halloween costume when he wanted to show someone, even if it was the 70-year-old woman.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do for an audience.
I respect it.
So I respected it.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think he was trying to scare cars?
I think he was trying to scare me.
Well,
Don't I look like a perfect target with my cane and moving very slowly up an incline and breathing hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to click your heart monitor.
Heart monitor. Yep. I was lucky I made it out of there alive.
Woo! Woo. Thank God, because we would have never started this podcast.
That's right. So, I found something I didn't know about myself.
Fun.
Yeah. Now, if I could read it, wait a minute. I'm going to put this thing up for a bit.
I've got endless.
Houston, we have a trouble. A problem. Okay.
Houston, we have a trouble. That's good. That you look like a bug. Oh.
I took my headband. Okay. Houston, we have a bigger trouble.
Why are you Kermit the Frog voice? Houston, we have a big problem.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So the title of this article from November 3rd, 1959 in the Portland Press Herald.
Oh, how old are you? 4?
6.
Oh. Math isn't my strong suit.
Yeah. Was over 200 attend a party at Freeport. So there's 200 people at this party. And prizes were awarded, and I won a prize. And the prize that I won, I'm going to give you some choices and see if you can guess what the prize was.
Oh, I like this.
Best clown, most unusual costume, prettiest costume, most ragged boy under 12.
That's definitely that one. Hold on, that's real? Most ragged boy under 12?
Best pirate.
What? Hold on. Who made these up?
This is sponsored by the JCs.
Yeah, but best pirate? So you're telling me there was such an influx of pirate costumes that they had to make a category that's best pirate?
And then my personal favorite, most ragged girl under 12.
Well, you got that one in the bag.
Isn't that weird?
Am I right? Did you get that
Oh,
one?
oh wait. I'll tell you in a second because there were some other good ones, but obviously you're going to know it. They weren't mine. Best dressed devil.
I need to get the time machine, go back, and give them a talking to.
The guy who won the best dressed devil, I had a pretend marriage to a year later.
You married the devil? That explains a lot. That's when
I'm
it
not
all
even
began.
making that up. Nor do I make stuff up here. And then there's another one that I could certainly win today. And don't say, what is it, witch?
Oh,
It's
I was
not that
actually.
one.
I was going to say the.
It was the best witch though. But the oldest person in costume. That was a category.
Wait! Oh my god! Hold on, I have so many. God, I'm writing so many bits in my head right now. Okay, I'm loving this. Go on.
Okay, so I won for most original.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because everyone was dressed the same apparently. So I'm not sure how creative you really had to be.
I don't know what I had on. I didn't have time to
No!
Oh, sorry. I know it's kind of anticlimactic.
Oh man. Well, where's the Ouija board? We gotta get that out so we can bring back Annie to let us know.
Yes, I can find some photos maybe later.
Wow.
But let's see.
I could have sworn you would have won most ragged boy under 12.
Those categories are right.
Why are you typing? Why is your password like that?
Okay. Then this I have no memory of until I read it in my
mother's diary.
Okay.
Wait, I love this diary. Oh my god, she has the most epic diary covers. This is a good one.
Okay, so this is October 31st, 1972. Written at 10:40 p.m.
Could you tell me your age on 1972?
You don't want to do the math?
No.
Okay, I was
I forget that if you were born in 54 or 56.
I was born in 53.
Oh, okay. See?
Okay, I'm 19.
Okay.
This is how I wrote. And my diary was like my best friend. I know it's kind of funny. We've gotten off the topic of my diary sort of on my mother's diaries.
Yeah, we have.
Sometimes.
We gotta roll it back.
Okay. But I like how this is written. And I have, like I said, I have no recollection of this. I, my dear friend, just won second prize, $5, in a costume contest with 28 entrants.
Ooh, all right.
I was a munchkin.
Wait. Oh, wait.
There can be no questions. I have no memory.
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear. I guess I'm not processing. I thought you just didn't say what you were. Did you say munchkin?
I didn't know when I was 6 what I was.
What?
But this time, in this one, I know what I was.
Were you with that with anyone else?
Okay, let me start again. I, my dear friend, just won second prize, parentheses, $5, in a costume contest with 28 entrants.
Can't even get through it.
I was a munchkin. Are you ready for this?
No.
Because I can't stand it. And I actually... And I actually did a short little song and dance routine.
What? What? When you won or prior? Is that what?
I believe I did it prior. I believe. Really, most of these stories in here.
Oh,
I remember.
My God.
I remember them, or at least,
Do you think this is
but
where your Halloween trauma began? Or actually, it might have been in 50, wherever, 58, whatever that was.
72.
No, the other one when you were the ragged little baby or whatever.
Yep. And so the next line is I called my mom to tell her. But listen, for those of you who don't know me,
Annie must have been so proud.
She must have been so proud. This was a year before the beauty contest.
You were on a streak.
I was on a streak. First of all, the idea.
Where?
Somebody got me the costume for the Munchkin. Because I have no patience with putting together a costume.
There's something extremely sad about you going as a single Munchkin. Like, there's something doesn't sit right.
Yeah.
With just not going with your friends. It's all Munchkins.
Yeah, and how'd I make myself short?
Yeah. Do you think you were like frosted or glazed?
That wasn't even funny. I don't think Munchkins were a thing back then. Oh, maybe they were.
First of all, that was hilarious.
I cannot. The idea. I can't dance.
She can't sing. That's for sure. I think you got some moves in you, but like in a way that's like, haha. She's so confident for being out there doing that. Oh,
well, it's just my phone.
Okay.
So when I saw that, like, I do have a couple of sorority friends that I could contact and say, do you remember our party when we dressed up and I was a Munchkin?
You have to contact them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
did a little song and dance.
But the song and dance.
You know what I imagine you doing? And I would put money on this. You did that song and dance so many times that it got annoying, and they're like, we might as well just give her a prize. Like, yeah, bet you were like going up to people and just getting into character, and you're like,
at this time, I did not want to speak up in class.
Well, you did a beauty pageant and you won second. I think you think that.
Yeah. I haven't even told you about the Miss Hopeless contest. We'll save that for another. We'll save that for another time.
Now that seems on brand.
Yeah. But
wow.
Singing and dancing, no recollection. See, and if I'd been there, I probably would have taken movies of it, but I was in it, so.
I guess so.
I guess no movies were taken.
Wow. I love that. You got more, do you have more artifacts?
I have something that's so random. Okay.
What is that? Is that your Fruity Pebble?
We haven't talked about it. See, maybe to fit into the theme.
I can't remember the story to the Fruity Pebbles.
There's not much story. So I think they were Fruit Loops, not Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, those probably didn't exist yet.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, a friend of mine gave me in an envelope some Fruit Loops. And I stapled them to my diary, honest to God. And I discovered them recently. And
what are
I accidentally Fruit Loops, and I accidentally spilled them. Remember, I was mad.
You crushed them.
I accidentally crushed them. Here, they'd been around for 52 years.
Did you staple these in your diary? You said
I stapled these in my diary. Fruit Loops, 50 years ago.
Oh my God!
So we knew we hadn't talked about that, so I found that.
Okay, love that. That has nothing to do with Halloween, but I respect.
It's just like a random thing. And then I do have.
Oh my God!
I wanted to find a couple of the old-fashioned pictures. These are all Halloween.
What are old?
I like this. I think this picture of me for Halloween was good.
Oh my! Could this have been when you won? You should have won an award.
No, I was more than 6 then. I was a lot more.
Well, I can't tell. You've got the body of a 40-year-old man.
But this is usually the kind of Halloween outfits we would use.
Oh my God. Okay, we've got
just a mask.
Yeah. Okay, they're just masks. And very scary, honestly.
Isn't that cute?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So we were...
Courtney needs to see this. This looks just like Quinn.
Take it. It can be yours. You can bring
I'll bring it to her. Oh my gosh.
it.
It looks
And
just like
somewhere
Quinn.
I have a picture where I'm dressed as the queen that same year. I wish I had it now. And Lorna was Snow White.
Oh.
So somewhere I do have that.
Yeah, also that
not-
suits both of your personalities.
Yeah. And the rest of these, I
Wow.
started to show you when we were working together.
Wait.
weeks ago.
This is Ryan. A cutout of just his head. Oh my god. That's crazy.
He might have put that on his yearbook page.
Oh, really?
No, well, I don't think so, but
He
maybe.
cut into his own head. Well, is there like a random... Wait, can I just... I...
No, this goes with this.
Wait, Ozzy and I are kind of doing the same... Except his nose... He kept his real nose.
Yeah. But only they would look so elegant dressed up
I know.
like that.
Wow. Oh my god, do you hear my stomach? Wait, I wanted to see if you had one of us as a little monster and a princess.
I think so.
Yep, I could just randomly pick one and I'd find one because that's all we ever dressed up as. Wow. Yep, there they are. Oh, thank you for this.
You're welcome. I let me just check. I feel like I had one more anecdote, but
Oh,
maybe
okay.
not. Where'd my phone go?
I heard it. I think it's on the right of you. Do you see it?
Okay. Nope. That was it. That was it.
This was a great episode, in my opinion.
Ditto.
In my opinion. Oh my god. What's happening? I don't.
No.
I mean, maybe for someone. Oh, they're broken.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there goes the...
Well.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. I do want to plug Lost and Found Market on... What day is it? November 3rd.
Sunday
in Portland at Thompson's Point at Brick South. I will be doing a photo booth pop-up there.
And she'll make you all look better than she does right now.
Okay, that's not true. I look so good right now, and like, good luck looking better than this. But I'll also have a couple of racks of vintage, but there's gonna be a ton of really cool vendors there, and I think Claude's gonna try to come for maybe a couple hours.
I'm
at
going to
least.
make the effort to
She's
zoom down
gonna-
the highway
Yeah,
and
she's
get
gonna
there.
Zip, zap, zap. She did tell me the other day she was driving 80.
I did?
Yeah, down the highway.
I was kidding.
Yeah,
Kidding.
right. She's a little speedy.
Kidding, because you had
Kidding.
done the whole thing about how your speedometer was wrong.
It is.
And then we drove by one of those speed trap
Yeah, and it was different.
dingy-lingies. No.
Yes,
it was the
It
same.
was different. Oh
Okay.
my god. Well, anyways, we're gonna continue arguing off mic.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thank you, Dead Gowns, for our song, and thank you to... I always thank me for editing, but we do sit together and you dictate because you won't let me say certain things on the podcast.
That's right.
And make me cut them out. But I think this one is pretty good.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. We're gonna try to be more consistent. I say that every time, and
They
we're
don't
not.
care.
But we
They love
you.
us because we're inconsistent.
That's everyone in our lives.
Yeah.
Has to love us because
Yeah.
we're inconsistent.
Right.
And that's just the price you pay. All right. Well, see you
Bye.
later. Bye. My nose is sweating.